Hey you guys, it's Denise at My Luxury First, and I am Marciano's mother. Marciano is a baby with a tracheotomy, so I wanted to start documenting and bringing every single thing that I'm learning to other parents' attention so that way they can learn something or pick up some tips that they may not have known. Today I want to talk about the oxygen and also about the home, like LVN nurses that come to take care of your baby. So if you are a recent tracheotomy parent like myself and my husband, then you had no idea about the world of tracheotomies and especially dealing with your child because you just didn't know, you didn't know anybody that had a trach. So now you have a baby with a trach, you have to take care of him. It's a 24/7 job, especially if they have oxygen, which my baby requires 24/7 continuous oxygen. So he has an oxygen concentrator at the house, which constantly runs and has let the electric bill go up by $200. So that's one thing that you need to know, that when you come home, your electric bill will be going up. And even if you apply to get the discount because of the whatever medical discount that they give you, it still doesn't really seem like a discount because it's not what you're used to paying. So a lot of people will be like, oh, you're getting a discount. Well, it's not really a discount to me because I wasn't used to paying over $200 more for electricity. So even though I'm grateful because obviously it would be even more than $200 more, I'm still not used to it, so it's still not a discount to me because it's still $200 extra coming out of my pocket. And I am not on any government assistance, so I don't get help like that. You know, government assistance is for low income. I'm not considered low income. I don't get help, so everything is coming out of my pocket. So this extra $200 is a lot. But it's something that my son needs in order to survive. So that's what we're doing. And so that brings me back to the oxygen. So he has an oxygen concentrator at the house that runs 24/7. But when we go somewhere, we use the oxygen tank. And I'll show you the oxygen tank right now. This heavy thing is the oxygen tank. It's this big. It's not super heavy. I can put it at the bottom of his stroller, but this is the oxygen tank. What I want you to do is make sure that your nurses know how to use these, because not all nurses know how to use these, and then they're in your house taking care of your baby, and in an emergency, they don't even know how to use the oxygen tank. So you would probably think, I thought, and this could just be my ignorance, I thought that nurses knew everything and that they would know how to use oxygen tanks. But just because they're your baby's nurse or your child's nurse doesn't mean that the patients that they had before your baby used oxygen at all, or maybe they just used it PRN, or which means as needed, or maybe they didn't use it. I don't know. But you need to train each nurse on your child. I do understand you may be learning at the same time as you're training your nurse, but you need to train your nurse and let your nurse know everything, because you need to be able to be comfortable with a nurse watching your child when you're not around. That's the whole point of having a nurse, because you need help. And we just got nurses, and so my ignorance, I feel like I'm just being ignorant because I thought that nurses came equipped knowing CPR for babies with trachs, and knowing how to turn on an oxygen tank, and knowing what to do if the oxygen tank, the oxygen concentrator stops working for whatever reason, like it did today, or knowing what to do if your baby gets plugged. If he gets plugged, then he's going to require bagging, and I'll show you guys that another time. But these are the things that happened today, which is a scary thing. So what we did, me and my husband, we installed some panic buttons, which is basically just a button that the nurses can press. If they are using the bathroom and they feel like they're going to be in the bathroom too long, they can press that button. We'll run downstairs and watch him. Or if the baby has a mucus plug or something and he's not breathing, then you can press that button and we'll run downstairs. But there's going to be times that we're not here. So then what are you going to do then? The nurses need to know how to resuscitate your baby. They need to know the CPR. They need to know the precautions. My baby also has breath holding spells, which means that he holds his breath involuntarily. Well, he hasn't been doing it lately, but he's getting over a cold right now, and so he's just started like having these little mucus plugs, and those mucus plugs, they cause him not to breathe at all, and so he desaturates very quickly. And when he's desaturating down to the 30s and the 20s, that's an emergency, because if you don't like help him out, he's gonna code, and it's gonna be like he's drowning. He's choking to death. So I need my nurses to know how to resuscitate him in the event that I'm not here. I don't hear the bell, the panic button, I'm in a deep sleep, I'm working, or whatever. I need my nurses to know how to accommodate my son so that way he stays alive. So I'm going to do a separate video on how to set up this oxygen tank and have it ready in the event that maybe your nurse needs to get to it because the concentrator is not working. But I just wanted to put the bug in your ear to make sure that you guys have it going on in your head that when you get home and you have these nurses, they're coming. It's almost like they work at a temp agency or something. I don't know if it's like a temp agency or not, but it's almost like they work at a temp agency, and so they're just taking whatever client they can get. And so the nurses are really nice and everything like that, but you know, each client is different. So they might have had a 17-year-old before they had your baby, and this is a young baby. He's 9 months now, but he's gonna be 10 months, but he's a little bit behind because he was sedated and wrapped up in the hospital for 3 months. Not in the NICU, he was in the PICU, but that kind of like delayed his like developmental. So me and my husband, which is his father, we're working extremely hard and fast to get him on the right track. So there are so many stories that I can tell you guys, and I'm just going to keep doing topic after topic so that way I can catch you guys up on what's going on, and so that way you have some tips and know what you can do in the event that this happens to you. Because I honestly believe that a lot of crazy stuff is happening at these children's hospitals and in the homes of these children that are relying on other people to take care of them. And the stories are not out there, and people are dealing with this on their own silently. And if there was more awareness, then I think people have a better understanding of what to do and how to handle the situation. So I will be doing topic after topic of videos on what I'm doing. And I'm not a genius. I'm very smart though. I don't know every single thing, but I want to help everybody. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you are notified when I do put some videos up. And if you see me in the same clothes, it's not that I'm dirty, it's because I'm making video after video and I have these different topics that I need to touch base on and let you guys know about, because I've been talking to a lot of different parents and a lot of us are going through the same thing and we didn't even know it. So stay tuned and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.